sounds, the sights, the stories of Brazil, as reported by our international storytelling class. Good evening and welcome to Kent Connects Brazil. I'm Brian Presley. Their reporting and this program began early Friday morning, March 15th, at Cleveland Hopkins Airport. 15 student reporters spent 2 weeks in Brazil in two cities, Curitiba and Rio de Janeiro. The stories in this program come from Curitiba, though. It is a city of 3 million people in southern Brazil, one of the country's rapidly growing cities. Five reporters joined to tell their stories. Molly Devaney, Glenn Bullock, Jason Costura, John Jankowski, and Lydia Cotre. Welcome. We begin with Molly Devaney. Now, Molly, after spending some time with those young Catholics, how was it different from being over in Brazil and Catholicism here in America?
Okay, well, there's not much difference. I couldn't even move through the massive crowd.
That's amazing. Thank you very much for your story,
Thanks,
Molly.
Brian.
And now from religion to transportation. The bus system in Curitiba is well known around the world. Our next story looks at a plan from the 1960s that doesn't fit today's population because Curitiba's population nearly tripled over the last 50 years. And the public transportation system, while efficient, is constantly overcrowded. But here to report about this is Glenn Bullock and his findings on what the BRT system is doing.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah,
so Glenn, what was one thing that you weren't expecting to see on this bus transportation system?
Well, you know, Brian, it's funny because there's literally all colors of buses and you're on your way.
Well, that's a cool story. Thank you very much, Glenn.
Yep.
While Brazil's transportation issues are on the rise, the country found a way to deal with another one of its greatest problems, pesticides. The chemicals are used on much of the country's produce, and although the government is taking action to protect the crops, it's actually claiming the lives of many Brazilians. And reporter Jason Costura is here to tell us what they're trying to do about this problem. Jason?
Well, Brian, if you took two apples... Well,
Jason, it seems really interesting that it's so dangerous to eat these produce. Is that true, though?
Oh, it really is. It's not like the U.S. Here we have...
That's crazy. And I know you have another story, actually, about a street performer. Is that correct?
I do. I mean, just like anywhere, like Cleveland or Canada.
Thank you for the story, Jason. Curitiba is a rising Brazil city with programs like their bus systems and urban planning. One other healthcare system for mothers is also a solution to some problems within the city. Reporter Glenn Bullock takes a look at this healthcare system that is now in Curitiba, the Mothers Program. Is that correct?
That's right, Brian. Thank you.
Now, Glenn, what makes this program so unique for the mothers who actually take advantage of it?
Yeah, you know what, Brian?
Thank you for the report, Glenn. Now, the game of football can be considered as a staple in American culture. When you think football, you can think the Golden Flashes, Cleveland Browns, or even a local high school team, most likely. But Brazil does not have that. There has been no Brazilian player in the National Football League, and reporter Jason Costura found that one Brazilian man is trying to make it there.
He is. I mean, he found the sport.
So, Jason, how exactly does this guy match up with other players that are already in college and already in the NFL?
That's a good question. I mean, the kid's good.
It's very true. Thank you for the story, Jason. And while football is the dominant sport in American pop culture, mixed martial arts is a rapidly growing sport that's capturing more of the nation's attention every year, particularly through its major league, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. The same phenomenon is happening in Brazil. Soccer is the sport that's dominating headlines, but as John Jankowski found out, MMA is starting to become really popular there.
Well, Brian, Curitiba native.
So, John, why exactly is mixed martial arts so popular in Brazil?
Well, I think the style of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Thank you very much, John. And one of the most breathtaking sights in all of Brazil is the Iguazu Falls. Located at the border of Argentina and Brazil, the falls are almost 2 miles wide and drop over 250 feet at the highest point. Reporter Lydia Cotre traveled to the falls, and she gets to tell us a little bit more about what they were like.
Well, Brian, I was absolutely speechless when I first saw it.
Now, Lydia, you normally only do print stories, is that correct?
That's correct.
So how was it making this story?
It was actually really interesting.
Well, now I want to bring you all together. I want to talk a little bit more about all of your experiences. Did you all get to go to the falls, or
no?
Only Lydia? Oh, that's too bad. But I also want to talk a little bit more about what exactly you guys did. How was it reporting in a different country? I mean, Jason, you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great experience. It's kind of an art form.
Yeah. Now, dealing with that language barrier, what would you have to do, Molly? What would you do?
Oh my goodness, I relied a lot on our Brazilian partners by the time they graduate from college.
And that's obviously a cultural difference. I mean, if you noticed that, Glenn, what other cultural differences did you notice?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of things. A lot of the stuff that we covered in our stories, but it's just so cool to find the similarities and the differences.
Well, you brought up fast food. How was the food there? Lydia, you want to talk a little bit about it?
It was actually really, really good. I didn't know what to expect, and they maybe take for granted.
All right. Well, John, I know you like meat, so you want to talk a little bit more about their food and the meat there?
Their food was just delicious. I mean, they put it on the plate. It was good. Fresh, just so many juices. It was just Delicious.
Well, guys, thank you so much for reporting. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us tonight on Kent Connects. If you'd like to catch any of these stories, again, log on to datelinebrazil.org. I'm Brian Presley. Good night.